Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I am so happy you could join me. So today's new daily quest is to cast 20 blue or black spells. So rather than run one of our mono decks, mono black or mono blue, we're going to do our fairy stack. Feels like it's been a little while since we've run this deck. Nothing has changed since the last time we used it, and that may or may not be a detriment. Still runs on the same strategy of hopefully having a Dreaming Duelist out on the field to constantly deal damage to your opponent every time you throw in a fairy, and Talion's Messenger to help buff them up. That is the strategy. Does it always work? No. I'm just going to be straight with you. No, it does not. There's a few things in this deck that I'm not overly fond of. Sleep-Cursed Faerie, I don't care for, because yeah, it's a 1-cost 3/3, but it stays that way for like 4 turns. It stays tapped for like 4 turns. Yes, you can spend mana to untap it, but still, I don't know. This is not my favorite card, but I don't really have a whole lot of other choices when it comes to 1-cost creatures, so we do what we can. Either way, let's get into some matches. Preferably this would be quick. The more I've used it, the more I've stopped caring for this deck. I know there's a lot of like niche combos you can do with other cards. But I just haven't really put the time. I would rather try to make a new deck. Actually, we're gonna hold off on doing that. Mainly because I don't have anything in my hand I would want to get rid of. I guess I can throw out an Abrade. Oh, baby, that'll do it. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't matter. That shouldn't force me to discard something. It does. See, that doesn't make any sense to me. That shouldn't have caused me to. But I guess it's because like it has to actively be on your field, and they destroyed it before it was played, I guess. And like that's kind of the point of this. Is like at the end of my opponent's turn, if they haven't done anything, I'll use my I'll use whatever mana I have left over to undo it. Okay. So they have interesting. So their whole deck is based on like taking control of your opponent. That'll be fine. And they haven't drawn any black mana, so they can't actually play Callous yet. As is, I can counter anything they do, and they won't be able to have enough mana to stop me. It looks like. That's fair, I guess. And there's some black mana for them finally. So there was some black mana for them finally, but I've actually yet to see a deck focused on pulling your opponent's creatures. Like, what does this do? Like, their sorcery ability is target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any other target, then sacrifice it. Okay. Okay, I can see where like the use of that is. Use it to grab your opponent's creatures, do that, and then they lose that creature because it has to be sacrificed. Okay. What else? They had Twisted Reality. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap. Gains haste. Create a wicked roll attached to up to one target creature. Okay. They were doing this, which allowed them to take it, and then whenever it gains haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. I got rid of Bloody Betrayal. Untap the creature, it gains haste, and then create a blood token. Huh. I've not really seen a what is the term for that? Grab? I don't know. Gain control. I have not seen one of those. I've not gone up against a deck like that. I know back in the day, a few years ago, there was a really, really good Rakdos combination using like a Harpy card. You would use like the Minotaur pirate. His name is not coming to me. Argoth, maybe? You would use him as a planeswalker in conjunction with cards that grabbed your opponents. You would then sacrifice them to power up the Harpy. I remember seeing that a lot. Watching videos of that combination. I think the YouTuber Fighting Cowboy actually has like a 15-minute video showcasing that deck, I think, on his channel. It's an older video, like 2018 at this point, but anyway. That's fine. A little surprised, to be honest. So all you did was get rid of your creature. I'm not sure what the oops is. This lack of mana is starting to hurt.
You are cared for in Phyrexia's ranks. Another for my collection.
I should have sent out. That's a bonehead move on my part. Should have sent out Mastermind, because then I could have gotten rid of the Raska in one turn. That was boneheaded move.
Time. Patience. We will win.
It all worked out, though. At least partially. I was thinking of saving it, but I have nothing else to use mana on. What did that do? Huh. Okay, cool. Good for you, bud. Glad I decided to activate that ability. I will admit, I did that on a whim. Completely on a whim. I was like, why not? But wow, okay. Completed our daily. Very happy with that. With 2 wins. 2 matches, 2 wins. I'm happy with that. I'm kind of surprised that the Faerie deck got us that. So cool. As we saw when we leveled up, we got 1,000 gold and a pack to open. So let's go ahead and take care of that before we wrap things up. Alright, anything interesting? Not really. Dauntless Dismantler I've seen a few places. Artifacts your opponent controls enter the battlefield tapped. Very situational, but not bad. Okay, interesting. What is our rare? Ooh, I'm happy with that. I can use this in some ideas I've been having. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until end of turn. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until the next instep. The reason I'm curious about using this card is because I would very much like to put together a Boros play from exile deck using the new Planeswalker Quintaris, whatever, using the Lexodon Planeswalker. And there's a few other red-white cards that have benefits from playing from exile. There's a few red cards that are like, hey, exile the top 2 cards of your deck, and you can play them. You know, so there's a few things I could do with that, and I'd very much like to put one together because I'm not real big on this Soldier's deck, and this one's old at this point. It's not a bad one, it's just old, and I like using new cards. So I'm happy to get at least one. I have one copy of that now, so I don't have to spend as much wild cards. So that'll be interesting. Either way, with that, with my little tangent there done with, we're gonna wrap things up. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and consider subscribing to stay up to date for whenever new content is posted. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.